being isolated could take a toll on you, could drain your energy, could have you feeling like, man, what's next for me? Is there any hope for me? Can I really see the light at the end of this tunnel? Or should I just ball up in this house and just let the world pass me by? These are parts of your isolation that we do go through. But as we go on and we learn about ourselves and we learn about our spirit and we learn about faith and we learn about the blessings that we can receive, we start changing that isolation phase. We're still in isolation, but at this point, you're starting to recover. You're starting to learn how to care about yourself. You're starting to deal with the pain and find the good in everything. I know it's hard, but the first thing we need to do, we got to work on ourselves from the inside out. We got to trust ourselves. We got to put ourselves in situations that are uncomfortable to us. We have to get out of the comfort zone for a second. Because if you stay in the comfort zone, what's going to happen is you're just going to be stuck in time. You're not going to make any progress. Everything comes out of chaos. You need to go into your uncomfortable place. You need to do something to push yourself and try something different and give yourself a chance to expand. You got to stretch out your consciousness. You got to get up. You got to get out. You got to make something happen for yourself. Time is ticking every day. We don't want to do the same thing that we've been doing this month. Unless it's our job. Unless it's our business that we run. But we still want to make improvements. We still want to do things better. We still want to learn from yesterday and apply it to today to make today better than yesterday. We want to make this hour better than last hour if we can. This is the point of being a human. This is the point of this experience. Is expansion, is learning, is growing, is doing new things, having new experiences. I know we all just want to have a good time in our life. So when the last time did you have a really good time, a genuinely good time? When is the last time? It shouldn't have been too long ago. It should have been today sometime. You got to find something good in your life, because there's always something in your life that could build you up and that could set you free from bondage. So just take this time while you're alone. Take this time to really focus on yourself and build up your relationships with the Most High. Build up your relationship with God, your higher self, the spirit realm. Build your relationship, because then you'll realize that you were never alone. You always had angels around you. You always had guides around you. You always had helpers, and you probably can't see them. Just like you can hear what I'm saying, but you can't see what I'm saying. There's a lot of things that we can't see, but they are there, and they are in our physical realm. They are here with us. It's a whole lot of things that we can't see that's around us. That's what we have to understand. And once we start getting a relationship with ourselves and a relationship with the Most High God, then that's when we start to expand, really. That's when we start to trust ourselves. That's when we know that we're capable of anything. That's when we know how to use our mind to make our outside world into what we want it to be. See, we have to sit there and we got to take the time to work on ourselves, one day at a time. But like I said, try to strive for better and better and better, and affirm it to yourself and tell yourself that I'm getting better every day in every way. And watch how it happens. If you're unpleased with anything in your life, work on that. Work on it. Whatever it is, put some time into it. Put some patience into it. Put some love in it. And work on yourself. And work on your relationship with God. I'm not saying to be religious. I'm not saying that you have to go to church every single day of the week or any day of the week. Because the relationship with God is from within. It's how you look at yourself and be appreciative of the fact that you could breathe. The fact that you could use this body as a vessel and operate in this 3D realm. Because after we leave here, we're going back to God. But while you're here, appreciate it. Appreciate the spirit. Appreciate what you are, what you really are. You are a spirit having a human experience, like in a video game. And you have to understand that. Then you won't be so hard on yourself. You won't be hard on other people. Don't get mad at people when they give you an attitude. Always try to stay in the high vibration. Always try to stay in the way and in the mode that you could get through without being angry. Because being angry is like resistance. It's resistance to you getting where you want to be. Being angry does not help anybody. Being angry, it kind of makes everything worse. We want everything to be great in our life. I know that you could get lonely in this isolation period, even though we on the recovery side of it. But you still have to know who to let go in your life and what to let go in your life. You got any bad habits that been holding you back? You got any people that are no good for you? Let those people go. Let those habits go. These are the things that's making you stay stagnant. These are the things that's slowing down and blocking your blessings from arriving. These are the things that's hindering your progress. I need you to focus on clearing out the blockages. Clear out all the blockages. Anybody that gives you a hard time, you can feel it in your spirit when you're around them if they shouldn't be around you. If you feel happy around them, then that's a good sign. But if you feel like, oh my God, if you feel dreadful, if you feel anxious, if you feel like you need to get away from them, then listen to your intuition and do yourself a huge favor and get away from those people or those things or those habits or those places. You have to understand that it's certain steps got to go into your life for you to move forward and have a better life. And one of those things is let go of the things that aren't serving you, that are holding you back. Because we could spend years and years trying to fix things that are always going to be broken. And all we are doing is wasting time. And we don't want to waste too much time. Once we realize we can't fix it, once we realize we can't change that person or that thing, or we can't change that circumstance, it's time to move on to another circumstance. Because it's infinite things that we could get into. It's infinite people we could meet. It's infinite habits that we could obtain. We could obtain healthy habits. We could work out. We could eat healthy. We could, do things for people. These are healthy habits. These are the things that's going to get you closer in the spirit, closer to God. And that's what we want at the end of the day. We want to build in this isolation period. We don't want to stay in the back. We don't want to stay just watching TV all day and letting the time pass us by, because it just gets worse over time. It gets worse because you don't see it getting better. Once you start noticing it get better, it feels better. Once you start feeling better, you start doing better. Once you're doing better, it's just a cycle. It's a cycle of good feeling. It's a cycle of good karma coming. It's like, this is what we need to do as people in isolation. We need to just focus on what's great for us, what's meant for us. How can we serve each other? How could I serve you? How could you serve me? How could we serve each other? How could we help each other? Hold each other's hand. Talk to each other. Comfort each other. But bottom line, if they give you a hard time, let them go. Thank them for being in your life, because everybody's in your life for a reason, even if it's just a season. It could be a long season. It could be years. This is about us as a community. This is about us bringing each other up and making each other feel whole and complete, so we could do what we need to do to be the best version of ourselves. So the next thing we need to do, we need to live in the present moment. Leave the past in the past. Leave the future in the future. Stay in the present moment. Breathe. When things are getting too hectic and you're feeling anxious, take the deep breaths and breathe, and thank God for this breath that you have. You can just start as simple as that, because without breath, you have nothing. Without your heartbeat, you have nothing. So calm your heart down. You know what I'm saying? Stop moving so fast. Take time to breathe. If that person cut you off in traffic, don't get into an argument and a big scuffle and a fight and road rage. Don't do all that. What is that going to bring you? That's going to bring you more anxiety in the future. It's going to bring you more instances where you're going to be angry at somebody or something. You don't want to be angry on a regular basis, because that turns into a personality. You don't want to have that type of personality that you don't have a smile on your face ever. You're always frowning. You're always feeling like somebody's against you. You're always feeling like a victim. You were never a victim. You were never a victim. Even though we've been through all the things we've been through, you were never a victim. These were stepping stones. These were things, everything that's bad in your life, that what you would consider negative, is something good in it that you can learn from and better yourself for the future and help others in the future. You have to look for those things. That's how you graduate from those problems. But if you keep running from those problems, you're going to keep encountering the same problems over and over. The same type of people going to be in your relationships over and over. And I learned this from experience. I know this is factual. So I suggest you to find what went wrong and try to find the good in it and the purpose of it, and elevate. Gratitude. Be thankful for the things that didn't go your way, because it opened doors for other things that's going to go your way. Just look for them. Seek and you shall find. And the last thing we need to do while we in this recovery phase, at the end of this isolation, because you have to claim this is the end of your isolation phase. You have to claim it. You have to own it. You have to know it. You have to feel it. And the more progress you make, the closer you are to getting everything that you want and you need. The closer you are to feeling loved again by people on the outside, even though you don't need it. But we do want it as humans. That's just part of our experience. We want to have good experiences. We want to feel love from other people. We want to connect with other people. But the main thing we got to do is we got to keep pushing forward. God got us. He's within us. He's holding our hand through the whole journey. He's holding our hand. He's making sure that we go the right direction. You just got to sit back and you could just think about what's going on. That's the best thing that could have happened for you right now. Because a lot of people don't have time to do this. A lot of people is not having this same opportunity. So take advantage of this. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the fact that you can sit in solitude and you could think and you could grow from the inside out. And that you could work on yourself. And that you could change your mind frame. You could change a negative energy into a positive energy. You could transmute energy now. Everything matters. Everything matters that you're going through. You have to really sit back and really dwell on the things that you're going through and find something good in it. You'll find everything that you need to find. And once you find it, it's a stepping stone. It's a step closer to your best self. And that's what we want to be. We want to be our best selves. And that's what we're on the path to do. That's what our journey is for. To help others on our path. To find happiness on our path. To experience the world. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to experience it all. So you might as well experience it with a mind and a heart full of gratitude. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take our time, take it one day at a time, but get better day by day. We're getting better every day in every way. Don't ever forget that. We're getting better every day in every way. And God is with you. He's holding your hand. You're going to get through this. And until next time, I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.